Attention passionate Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Pittsburgh Steelers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Pittsburgh Steelers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Let's get to the news now. Folks, buckle up because what I'm about to tell you could be a game changer not just for the Steelers but for the entire AFC North. Rumors are swirling around the league, and they point to an interesting, potentially blockbuster move involving none other than Patrick Surtain, the elite cornerback from the Denver Broncos. Yeah, you heard that right. This isn't just some idle chatter. There's real speculation that Surtain might be on the move, and if it happens, it could turbocharge the Steelers, secondary to levels we haven't seen in years. Let's take a step back for a moment. Surtain, drafted in 2021, has been a rock in the Broncos' secondary for 5 years now. If you've paid attention to his stats, you know he's the kind of shutdown corner that every team dreams of. Over his career, he's accumulated 180 solo tackles, 50 assists, 2 sacks, and 12 interceptions. He's a guy who consistently grades high on PFF, with an overall score hovering around 88. 5 and coverage numbers in the high 80s, which is among the best in the league. His ability to blanket receivers, especially in tight coverage, makes him a nightmare for quarterbacks. For Steelers fans, this isn't just a name. It's an upgrade that could transform our secondary into an impenetrable wall. Now, why would the Broncos even consider trading such a talented player? Well, there are a few factors at play. Denver is sitting on roughly $10 million in cap space, but their offensive line is still a work in progress, and they're in need of some wide receiver and edge rush help. Plus, there's speculation that the Broncos might be looking to rebuild or retool their roster for a stronger push next season, especially with some rumors about extending Nix, their talented defensive tackle. But the bigger picture here is that Denver might be seeding some of their defensive stars to bolster other areas, especially if they believe they can recoup draft capital and reset their cap situation. Imagine, for a moment, the impact of such a move on the Steelers. Surtain is a premier man-to-man cover corner, and pairing him with a rising star like Porter Jr. could give Pittsburgh 2 shutdown corners. That kind of tandem is rare in today's NFL. It's the kind of duo that can lock down the best receivers, force turnovers, and set up the offense with short fields. Experts are projecting that if Surtain joins the Steelers, we could see a jump of around 10 interceptions, from 9 to nearly 19, adding a new dimension to our defense's ball-hawking abilities. His presence would elevate our coverage efficiency by around 20%, and big plays allowed could drop by as much as 25%. Think about the matchups. Surtain versus the league's best receivers, like Jackson or Higgins, would be a nightmare for offenses. His ability to shadow and eliminate top targets creates mismatches all over the field. And let's not forget, in the colder months, his coverage remains just as tight, perfect for Pittsburgh's physical, relentless style of defense. His impact isn't just theoretical. It's backed by solid numbers, allowing only about 4.1 yards after catch per reception, a testament to his ability to cut down yardage after the catch, which is crucial in today's pass-heavy NFL. If we look at recent seasons, Surtain's impact on the Broncos' pass defense has been significant. In 2025, he played in 11 games, earned a PFF grade of 85.2, and logged 2 interceptions. His consistency has helped Denver improve their pass defense efficiency by roughly 15%. The team's big plays allowed per game sit at around 10, with a completion percentage against a 58.4%. That's solid, especially considering the quality of quarterbacks they often face. His YAC allowed per reception is under 4 yards, showcasing his ability to prevent yards after catch. These aren't just stats, they're indicators of a player who can elevate a secondary from good to elite. Now, for Steelers fans, this potential trade isn't just about adding a star. It's about resetting the entire defensive identity. Surtain in a Steelers uniform would be a ghost in coverage, literally erasing the top receivers from the game. His presence could help us generate at least 10 more interceptions, pushing our total from 9 to nearly 19 in a season. That's the kind of boost that can turn close games into wins, especially in playoff scenarios where turnovers are often the deciding factor. His ability to create mismatches would also allow us to focus more on disrupting the quarterback, knowing our secondary can handle the elite WRs. The ripple effects of acquiring Certain could be massive. His man-to-man coverage paired with Porter Jr. would give us a versatile lockdown corner duo, something that could change the way defenses scheme against us. Opposing offenses would be forced to adjust, and that could open up opportunities for our pass rush and linebackers to make plays. And with the secondary strengths, we could also see a reduction in third down conversions by as much as 16%, bringing it from 42% down to 26%. That's the kind of defensive dominance that can dominate games and wear down opponents. Looking ahead to the playoff picture, if the Steelers manage to land Certain, the odds of making a deep run skyrocket. Bookmakers already have the Steelers at around plus 1,500 to plus 1,000 for Super Bowl LXI, and adding a player of Certain's caliber could push those odds even further in our favor. Think of the Dolphins after acquiring Certain. Suddenly, their defense became a nightmare for offenses. The Steelers could experience a similar transformation, especially in clutch moments, with Certain boosting our EPA coverage metrics by plus 0.36 and raising our chances of clutch plays to around 30%. It's a game changer, folks, and it's exactly the kind of move that could propel us back to the top. Of course, there are some skeptics. Denver still has some cap issues, and they're likely looking for a good return if they're going to part ways with Certain. The Steelers' front office would need to be strategic, possibly offering a second and fourth-round pick in 2026, which could be a fair deal considering Certain's talent and age. But for us fans, it's not just about the draft picks. It's about the potential to build a defense that can dominate for years, a defense that could be the backbone of a Steelers dynasty once again. In the big picture, this move could be the start of a new era. Imagine a Steelers secondary that's not just good but elite, capable of shutting down the best offenses in the league, creating turnovers and setting up our offense for success. With the right pieces around him, Certain could be the anchor that helps us finally take that next step and contend for another Super Bowl. It's a bold move, no doubt, but one that could define our franchise for the next decade. And here's the thing, this isn't just speculation. The league is always about adjustments, trades, and strategic moves. If the Steelers are serious about contending, they have to consider every opportunity to upgrade, and Certain's name keeps coming up as a perfect fit. The AFC North is a brutal division, filled with top-tier quarterbacks and dynamic offenses. To beat them, we need to be at our best, shutting down the passing game, forcing turnovers, and controlling the game's tempo. Certain could be the key to unlocking that potential. So, Steelers Nation, keep your eyes peeled. This story isn't over yet, and if it happens, it could redefine our team's future. The Steelers have a history of making bold moves, and acquiring a player like Certain would be right in line with that legacy. We're on the cusp of something exciting, and I can't wait to see how this unfolds. If we pull it off, it's not just a move, it's a statement. The Steelers are back, ready to take on the league with a defense that's as fierce as ever, led by a cornerback who can erase top receivers like a shadow in the night. That's the kind of game changer we've been waiting for, and it might be just around the corner. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Pittsburgh Steelers news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Pittsburgh Steelers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Steelers. Do you think Certain is the missing piece for a championship run? Or do you believe the Steelers should focus on other areas in the draft or free agency? Whatever your thoughts are, we love hearing from you. Remember, this team is built on the passion of its fans, and your voice is a vital part of our journey. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Steelers news. Whether it's roster moves, game analysis, or future projections, I'll be here to keep you in the loop. The season is heating up, and with potential trades like this, the Steelers could be on the brink of something special. So keep the faith, stay loud, and let's get ready for a new chapter, one where the black and gold strike fear into the hearts of every opponent. Thanks for sticking with me, Steelers Nation. Until next time, keep supporting our team, and remember, Steelers football is more than just a game, it's a way of life.